Well, there have now been 11 high-profile assassination attempts, with President Reagan's being one of the most notable failed attacks. Of those 11, 4 presidents were killed: Lincoln, Garfield, McKinley, and JFK, as was one presidential candidate, Robert F. Kennedy. The other 7 survived. This weekend shooting now places former President Donald Trump in this rare group. And as we said earlier, many people are pointing to similarities between the Trump and Reagan attacks. But where those similarities will end is still up in the air, because after the attempt on his life, Reagan corralled widespread bipartisan support. So far, Trump is now calling on the nation to unify ahead of November's election. So joining me now, history professor at American University, Allan Lichtman. Professor Lichtman, thank you so much for joining us again. Go into how this attempt to take the life of former President Trump compares to assassination attempts we have seen in the past.
It is fundamentally different. It is an assassination attempt consistent with the epidemic of gun violence in America today. All those other attempts or successes that you pointed out were aimed at the individual. This was a mass shooting with multiple victims. That separates it out from the history that you have pointed out. And unfortunately, mass shootings are as common as the sunrise in America. We have a mass shooting every single day. More mass shootings by far than all our NATO allies combined. The very next day, there was another mass shooting that killed 7 people, and we didn't even notice it because we have become so inured to mass shootings. That's the real lesson of what went on in Pennsylvania. And the big question is, will America just ignore it, say thoughts and prayers, or will we come to grips with the epidemics of mass shooting and generally of gun violence? 40 Americans a day are murdered by guns. An American is 20 times more likely to be murdered by a gun than our peer closest democracies. And we saw that after the Reagan assassination. You know, James Brady, who was next to him, was wounded. And rather than exploiting it for political purposes, he did bring the country together in the Brady campaign that succeeded in the last significant gun control measures in America. The assault weapons ban, which has lapsed, and apparently it was an assault weapon that was responsible for the Pennsylvania shooting, and the Brady bill for background checks. It's nice to talk about unity, but that's meaningless unless you can do like what James Brady did and bring us together on something of substance that benefits the American people. That's the lesson here.
You know, and Professor, we do hear so much that politics is so divisive right now. But is that true? I mean, is this atmosphere really any different than what we have seen in years past when we look at history?
Well, ever since the advent of Donald Trump in 2015, the atmosphere has been different. We are vastly more antagonistic towards one another. Violence has been much more permeating our politics. After all, it was the worst political violence in American history was January 6th that resulted in the wounding of 140 plus police officers and several deaths directly or indirectly. But we've gotten through horrific periods before. You know, obviously the crisis over slavery divided the nation, led to a bloody civil war. And it took a long time, but eventually we did overcome that. You know, I'm 77, I've seen everything, and I have to remain optimistic that the American people and our democratic institutions can prevail. But I will tell all of you viewers, we are at a hinge moment in history. Democracy is precious, but democracies can be destroyed. Throughout most of human history, there weren't any. But the golden age of democracy was after World War I, when we had about 24. By the 1940s, that was cut in half. A new golden age of democracy in the late 20th century. And now there's been huge backsliding in the 21st century. Get this, fewer than 10% of the world's peoples now live in fully functioning democracies.
So,
You know,
Professor, do you think this changes? Do you think this assassination attempt ultimately will change the political landscape moving forward? I mean, whether that is for the better or for the worse?
You know, anyone who thinks they know the implications of this instantly, I've got a big bridge to sell them in my hometown of Brooklyn. We don't know. Remember, after Access Hollywood, the pundit said Trump was dead. After Barack Obama's disastrous debate with Romney, the pundit said Romney was dead. There have been all kinds of predictions about events. Snap predictions are almost always wrong. The nation can go in two directions here. This could further polarize, with Republicans blaming the Democrats or Joe Biden baselessly, and on the other hand, some on the left spinning all kinds of crazy conspiracy theories, or this can be a sobering moment of realization for the nation that we do have shared values and shared goals, and there are things that we can come together on, but it's got to be substantive. It can't be empty rhetoric.
And we certainly hope it will be the third option that you laid out for us. American University professor Allan Lichtman, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.